Welcome to In the In-Between for June 25th, 2026. I thought I'd sit in this chair today and say hello to you from here. Look above me if you want to stop the camera for a minute or stop the video for a minute and read the missions and the vision and the values. That's what drives this organization where I've proudly hung my license to practice real estate, Scenic Sotheby's International Realty, here on 30A in Florida. It's a great place. I enjoy the people here so much, and I think they enjoy me too. Hey, so today I'm going to unveil a couple of things. Number one, somebody asked me, how do you write these scripts, Richard? And then how do you read them? And how come you never say the word or like? That's a different video one day. And this is about costing life versus valuing life today. And how do I script them? It's just in me. And that's part of what all of this is about in the in-between. I've got the article here posted below. Costing life versus valuing life. Now we're getting deep in it. Costing life. Running through life every day and keeping the debits and credits right in front of you the whole time. Granted, some people maybe have limited choice in that. Not all of us have the means to have the freedom to make the choices to be near the beach. But I got to be clear, I work the 30A market and our average selling price is normally well above $2 million. And I work in Costa Rica as the Jabbour Luxury Group Costa Rica with several people on my team there. And we also represent luxury real estate there too. And even people of means get involved in costing life. They've got their abacus in front of them. They're running the debits and credits all the time. How much does this cost? How much is that? How much money am I spending? How much money am I making? And they could have already made all the money they need, but they want more. And I suppose if it wasn't for continuous striving and motivation, we wouldn't have Elon Musk. We wouldn't have had Steve Jobs that have a motivation that takes them to heights most of us can't imagine. And I suppose maybe I have a stopping point that was a different number. Maybe you had a stopping point that was a different number. Maybe you don't have a stopping point. Maybe you need one. There are less than 1 million people in the world that have a more or less reasonably liquid net worth of $30 million or more. And why do we think there's just so many of those people in the world? Because there's maybe only 5,000 or 6,000 or 7,000 really expensive homes along 30A here, and people come and buy them all the time. 73 or 4 or 5 of them a month, every month. And we think everybody must be rich. They just happen to conglomerate here and in Palm Beach, maybe in the lakes around Chattanooga, or maybe in the mountains of Denver, Aspen, maybe in the Appalachians, maybe in Asheville, wherever there's a cool experience where people can experience home and enjoy it so much. And then there's other people who are valuing life. Valuing life. I learned this lesson, and sadly someone else did not learn it because they couldn't in the moment, because it was their experience and they didn't know it. But I learned it after the fact. And I always think to myself, what if I knew today that I had 1,627 days left to live a pretty healthy life, and then I'd have 30 bad days and be gone? Ask yourself that question, and then think about valuing life instead of costing it. Because I can tell you, think about the people you know in your life that you care about. And I don't mean to be so difficult. This isn't about difficulty. It's about the difference between costing life and valuing life. Someone you know has 1,627 days of good health left and 30 bad days to follow. And if they knew that, what would they do? If you knew it, what would you do? And because of the experience I've had, and that article's below as well, I try to live my life thinking that I have 1,627 good days left and 30 bad days. And then I think, as we all sometimes do, I have more than that. I'm only 63. I might live 25 more years. You never know. But guess what? There's going to be one day in my life, and I don't know where it is, when that math is true. And so I live my life valuing it, thinking maybe today is day one of 1,627. That's in the in-between for June the 25th, 2026. Thanks for watching.